Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. I have absolute confidence in my chief of staff, Tinubu reveals. After Gbajebiamila was found in a scandal. Yes, Gbajebiamila has been involved in a very serious scandal. Matters reaching us is that he is putting up the positions that Tinubu may want to give out appointment for auction. Okay, so it's going to the highest bidder. He will be the one to submit the name to Tinubu, but he would have collected money from such an individual, and more and more about him began to come out. However, Ashiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu it's telling Nigerians that, hey, don't worry, I heard what you said, but you see, this is my chief of staff. Oh, I have confidence in him. I have so much confidence. The confidence is beyond you can imagine. I have confidence. He say really, say yes. So that's what is happening right now at the moment. Femi Gbajebiamila and Tinubu, the issue is a lot of matters are just coming up, because when the breeze blow, the backside of the chicken will be exposed. The hair exposition is on the ground. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe, as Tinubu tries to justify why Frederick Gbajebiamila is doing what he's doing. I have absolute confidence in my chief of staff, Tinubu tells Nigerians. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Monday, October the 30th, expressed his unreserved faith in his chief of staff, Femi Gbajebiamila. President Tinubu, who spoke just before the commencement of the week's Federal Executive Council FEC meeting inside the council chamber, State House, also set the ground rules for attendance of the meeting. The president spoke to issues he has observed and has not been comfortable with, including unauthorized persons gaining access into the council chamber of the State House. He said, first of all, let me reiterate to all of you the fact that a lot of stories are going around what is happening and what is not happening about my chief of staff and more. What is happening, I have told everyone in this country that I can make mistake. They are bound to air them out and correct them. Perfect is that of God Almighty. The perfection you are asking, I have absolute confidence in the integrity of my chief of staff. All campaign of calamities and words being talked about him should stop, and stop here and now. Especially those of you who walk around here must understand who he is to me, my chief of staff. If I have made a mistake, I am ready to own up to it, and we all join in hands to fight corruption. We want to enforce the law alongside with you. Meanwhile, Council gave a minute of silence for a former member of FEC and one-time head of civil service of the Federation, Halaji Adamu Feke, who died last week at the age of 90. The council in progress, the Tinubu's administration, and has now told all to leave his chief of staff alone, that he has absolute confidence in him. So, with all that is being said about Femi Gbajebiamila, as is the custom of Tinubu, no investigations were done. I believe that the persons who have accused him, none of them were asked if really this is the case, or proper investigations, bank accounts, and much more being investigated. None of such things happened. And so every single person can see that it is expedient, it is important that we all rise up to it and ensure that the right things are done. Femi Gbajebiamila is the chief of staff to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. However, a lot of things have been happening. His loyalty, Nigerians have continued to question, what's been going on, because, the words have come out that he's collecting money, for some people to get position and what have you. But Tinubu is telling Nigerians not to worry, that him and Femi Gbajebiamila, they are good, and that nobody should trouble his chief of staff. Well, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, we'll be there to ensure that the right things are done. And so, Nigerians, what we need to do, every single person needs to rise up together, and we need to end every spark and everything, that is not moving forward as a nation and as a people. We need to begin to own up to responsibility and calling every wrongdoing in this society. We need to call it by its name and say enough is enough. So these are some of the things that are going on, and it is important we begin to adhere to what is necessary and needed to change the course of this nation and bring us to where we need to be. Don't forget, it is important that every one of us act right. If we must save our nation, we must work together. Okay, there are people, there are issues that are on ground right now, and these people just wants to keep Nigerians within their claws, thinking that they are the ones who decide what happens. No other person has the right to speak, and if you speak, you are you are an enemy of the state, my dear. Those things needs to be needs to be thoroughly investigated. We need to investigate it. Okay, so these are some of the things going on right now, and everybody's wondering. Well, Nigerians, we just need to ensure. Okay, we just need to ensure that the right things are done. Okay, we need to ensure that the right things are done, and we need to ensure that as a nation, as a people, we are rising on the possession of truth. So Nigerian belongs to us. What are we doing, and how are we going about it to ensure that true justice is enhanced, and that as a nation, as a people, we can rise up to it and do all the necessary needed position to bring us to where we need to be. It is important that we do not allow the same thing over and over again. Okay, so Nigerians, what will it be? What will it be? Tinubu has told you, despite all that came out about Gbajebiamila collecting money to give people position, or, to give people appointments so that their names can be tendered before Tinubu. Tinubu says, well, he has absolute and complete confidence in Femi Gbajebiamila, and everybody and anyone should leave him alone because, they should know that human beings are prone to error. So that means even if anything has happened, everybody should take it hook, like, and sinker and move on with it and accept it just the way it is. So it is what it is. If there's any time in our history where we need to pray for this nation, it is now more than ever before. We need to pray for this country. We need to ensure that we are on our knees to make this country a better place. Otherwise, I don't know if we have any tomorrow. It's wrong the way things have been ran. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Remember, you have a voice. Let's speak out and end every abnormality. God bless. Bye for now.